Hi everyone, welcome to Yoga with Elise. I'm Elise. I'm super happy to see you on the other side of your screen. I don't see you, but I can definitely feel your energy. Today you're up for about 30 minutes of quite a nice flow with a bit of everything. Backbends, forward folds, twists. It's really ideal if you have little time to throw into a complete yoga practice. If you want a good energy boost, if you want to release some stress, tension, or just get out of the head and tune into the body. And before we start, don't hesitate and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. After the class, you can always find me on social media. Don't hesitate to leave me comments. Let me know what you need, what type of class you would like to have. And I will stop talking right now. We'll hop on the mat and get started. See you now. Alright, let's get started. So today we're starting a recline butterfly pose, but let's get on our back in a very straight and aligned way. So bring the feet about hips distance in front of you, bend the knees, extend the arms forward. Now tuck the chin and gently unroll the spine vertebra by vertebra on the floor. You can use the core, build a little bit of fire here. Lower back, middle of the back, upper back, shoulders, and then the arms travel all the way behind the head, and you can take a deep stretch. Extend the legs forward, point the toes, fingertips reach back. Big inhale and exhale to release. Now bring the soles of your feet to touch. Open the knees to the side and find your butterfly pose. Arms can be alongside the body with the palm facing up, or you can actually place one hand on the chest and one hand on the belly. We won't stay here long, but I find it always crucial to transition between whatever has just happened and your yoga practice. So if your eyes are not closed yet, close your eyes softly and find your breath. Just connect to the flow of the breath without changing anything. And maybe today is the first time you notice it. Take a moment to check in with yourself, checking how you're feeling today, in your physical body, in your mental body, your mind, and in your emotional body, your heart. Just connect with yourself as well. Now take a deep breath and a big open mouth exhale. 2 more. Take a deep breath. Inhaling through the nose, feeling the air coming in the nostrils, filling up the lung, the abdomen, and a big open mouth exhale. 1 last time. Big breath in. And when you exhale, you let something go. Come back to a natural and simple breath. Now you can softly blink the eyes open. You can bring the soles of the feet on the floor, and they're still about hips distance apart. And now bring the fingers together and bring the palms of the hand behind the skull, so you open the elbows to the side. So I repeat, your feet are about hips distance. Now inhale in the center, and as you exhale, you drop the knees to the right, and you gaze to the left for twists. Now you have the left hip that has lifted, it's absolutely normal, but with the hand in this position, your shoulders should be well on the floor. Next inhale, bring the knees to the center. And as you exhale, drop the knees to the left, gaze to the right for a twist on this side. And again, part of the right side has lifted and it's fine. Deep belly breathing. And on the next inhale, knees to the center. Exhale to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, center, use the core. Exhale, knees to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale to the center. And release the hands alongside the body. Now let's take 3 rolling bridges. So maybe move your heels a little closer to the bum. Make sure you can touch the heels with the fingertips. Back is flat on the floor. Press on the feet. As you inhale, lift the bum, lift the hips up to the sky. Maybe squeeze at the top. And as you exhale, lower down. Imagine you have a yoga block between the thighs. Inhale to lift. And as you exhale, lower down. One more time and we hold it. Inhale to lift and hold. Now the glutes are gently squeezed but not too much. Press on the feet. Keep breathing. We'll stay here for 5, 4. Feel the energy in your legs. 3, 2. Inhale. And as you exhale, gently release. Now, draw the knees into the chest. Wrap the arms around the shins. Lift the upper back and the shoulders and bring the nose towards the knee. You want to engage the core here. You really want, you could even relax the arms alongside the legs to really activate the core. Keep breathing. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. 2 more full breaths. Inhale. And as you exhale, drop the knees, the feet onto the floor and release. Good. Now knees to the chest again. And now slide the hands behind the thighs. And let's roll on the back a few times just to massage the spine. You can roll on the whole of the spine about 2 more times. And on the last time, find your boat pose, come onto your table, lift the calf muscles off the floor, arms extended, boat pose. And if you needed to take a little break to do that, it's fine. Now open the chest, roll the shoulders back, and gaze forward. Feel the fire building up in the belly. We'll stay here for 4. Bring the corner of the mouth towards the ears. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, and as you exhale, feet onto the floor. Now cross the ankles and find your tabletop position. Stack the shoulders above the wrists, the hips above the knees, and you hide your feet behind the knees. Let's take a few rounds of cat-cows for the spine. Fingers wide open, press on the hands, but keep gently the elbows bent. Now as you inhale, belly drop, chest open, look up, tailbone lifts. Exhale, round the upper back, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone, push the floor away from you firmly. 2 more. Inhale, lower back, arch, tailbone lifts, look up, open the chest. Exhale, round the upper back, round, round, round. Use the core, find your abs, navel to the spine, tailbone in. One last time. Inhale to your cow position. And as you exhale, find your cat, and let's stay here in your cat position. Don't hold the breath, but keep squeezing the navel to the spine. Keep pressing the floor firmly away from you. Imagine the heart that wants to go close to the ceiling. Keep breathing for 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Beautiful. Now let's find our first down dog. Tuck all 10 toes. Inhale. And as you exhale, lift the hips up and back. And walk out the dog. Find any movement here. Maybe you want to sway the hips from side to side.
You want to bend one knee, the other, lift the heels. Maybe you even want to lift one leg after the other. Just make sure that you gaze towards your ankles. Make sure the hands are about shoulders a distance apart and the feet hips distance apart. And then come to stillness. Now you might have the heels lifted and it's fine. Sometimes it's really hard to get the heels on the floor. In that case, just gently bend the knees so you can keep a very long spine. The idea in a downward dog is to stretch the spine and the back of the legs, but the spine is more important. Fingers are wide open. You equally press on both hands. Now, as you inhale, lift the right leg high for three-legged dog. Maybe not too high. Make sure you don't open the hip too much. And exhale, bring the right leg down, downward dog. We'll do that 4 more times. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift. And exhale, downward dog. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Use the core. No momentum. And exhale, lower down. Last time. Inhale to lift. Now stay here. Bend the knee and open the hip. So you want to gaze here underneath the right armpit. You keep pressing on the hands. And the heel wants to reach the left glute. And the knee wants to reach for the ceiling. Deepen the breath. Now as you inhale, straighten the right leg. And as you exhale, step the right foot forward between the hands, front of the mat. Do that in several steps if you need to. Bring the hips low. Left knee on the floor, flatten the top of the left foot. And as you inhale, find your crescent. Your crescent, low crescent pose. Relax the shoulders. Now sink the hips forward and down. Ground the right foot onto the floor. Stack the shoulders above the hips and the right knee above the right ankle. 2 more breaths. Take a big inhale, raise your fingertips high. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the knee, and now as we inhale, we go back to a three-legged dog. So inhale, three-legged dog, right leg sweeps high, sweeps high. And exhale, downward dog. Find your downward dog again. Find your breath. And we'll do that on the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Or maybe not so high so you don't open the hip. And exhale, release. 4 more. Inhale, three-legged dog on the left side. And exhale to release. Inhale to lift. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Now pause. Bend the knee and now open the hip. So now you're gazing underneath the left armpit. The left knee wants to reach for the ceiling and the right heel wants to reach for the glute. Keep smiling and deepen the breath. And I reckon you can do both at the same time. 1 more full cycle of breath. Now straighten the left leg as you inhale, and as you exhale, step the left foot between the hands, front of the mat. Do that in several steps if you need to. Drop the right knee on the floor, flatten the top of the right foot, and as you inhale, find your low lunge. Relax the shoulders, fingertips reach for the ceiling. Sink your hips low and down. Stack the left knee over the left ankle, shoulders above the hips. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Now inhale, reach higher with the fingertips. Exhale, hands to the floor. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Lift the right knee as you inhale, three-legged dog. Lift the left leg. And as you exhale, downward dog. Now look forward. As you inhale, shift into a plank pose. Stack the shoulders above the wrists. And the hips are aligned with the rest of the body, so you don't have the hips up or the hips sinking low. You really are a plank, like in a plank pose. Keep a soft bend in the knee. Press the hips, the heels back. You can set the knees onto the floor if you need to, it's fine. Now everyone knees onto the floor. Shift the weight forward. Bend the elbows in and bring the chest onto the floor. Slide the legs, and as you inhale, find a cobra. Keep a soft bend in the elbows. Hug the rib cage with the elbows. Maybe you have a lower cobra and it's fine. Look forward, bump the chest forward. Now let's twist in our cobra. So we inhale in the center. As we exhale, we look back to the right. So look towards your right heel. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, twist to the left. Look towards the left heel. Inhale, center. And exhale, lower down, forehead onto the floor. One more time. Inhale, lift into a cobra. Exhale, twist to the right, look back. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. And as you exhale, lower down, forehead onto the floor. Now, tuck all 10 toes. Lift the knee. You can come up into a high plank or use the knees to a tabletop. Inhale, high plank. And as we exhale, we all meet in a downward dog. Ooh. Now look forward between the hands, lift the heels, inhale. And as you exhale, step or hop forward. Big toes touch. Inhale halfway, lengthen the spine, reach the crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, deepen your forward fold, crown of the head reaches for the floor. Keep a soft bend in the knees if you need to. You can grab hold of the calf muscle, you can have the hands onto the floor. Find your own variation. Now, inhale halfway, fingertips on the floor or hands under the knees. And exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees a lot, press onto the feet, circle the arms up above the head. Take a deep stretch, big inhale here. And exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Good. Welcome to standing. Let's keep moving. Bring the hands to the heart. Find your Tadasana mountain pose. Shoulders back. Lift the kneecaps. Engage the quad. Bring the tailbone down and the pelvis forward. You are one long line of energy. Feel your presence onto the mat. Remember why you are here today and why you choose to do this yoga class. Now inhale, sweep the arms high, salute. Exhale, fall forward, hinge from the hips, relax the head. Inhale, halfway up. As you exhale, find your high plank, tabletop position. Stay in your high plank. Squeeze the belly, squeeze the glutes, engage the quad. The whole body is fired up. Now you can set the knees onto the floor if you need to or not. Then everyone shift the weight forward, bend the elbows halfway, hovering. Now inhale into a cobra or an upward dog, bump the chest high. And as you exhale, downward dog. Find your breath. Inhale, sweep the right leg high. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Now shift the weight forward, so come onto the balls of the left foot. Inhale, find your crescent pose. Relax the shoulders. Again, shoulders stacked above the hips. Press onto the right foot. The feet are really your base. They give you stability and strength. See if you can sink a little lower. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the heart. Now shift the weight forward, so bring the elbows forward. And now twist to the right. Hook the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Press onto the hands, bring the thumb in front of the sternum and gaze up above the right arm. Breathe. When you inhale, you elongate the spine. And when you exhale, you can twist a little deeper, finding the core. Now release the twist, hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reach your arms high for crescent. And as you exhale, bring the hands down, framing the right foot. From here, let's go to a standing split. So look forward, inhale. As you exhale, you can step onto the right foot, lift the left leg high. Now, Look towards your knee. So you want to bring the nose towards the knee, the forehead towards the shin. If you want to play a bit with your balance, you can grab onto the right ankle with the right hand and maybe the left ankle with the left hand, or maybe not. Now both hands onto the floor. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, bend the right knee, lightly step the left foot back. Find your low lunge again. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, find your high plank. Now we'll go down on the belly, so you can use the knees or you can shift the weight forward, bend the elbows in and come all the way on the belly. Reach the arms forward, forehead onto the floor. Now, as you inhale, so you can actually don't look really forward, but look towards the floor about 30 centimeters away, in front of you, so you don't compromise the neck. As you inhale, lift the right leg and the left arm, and as you exhale, lower down. Use the muscles in the lower back. Inhale, lift right arm, left leg. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Point the toes. And exhale, squeeze the glute. Inhale, left arm, right leg. On the opposite side. And exhale one more time. Inhale to lift. Higher. And exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift, higher. And exhale, lower down. Forehead onto the floor. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck all 10 toes. Lift the knees. Inhale into a plank or use the knees. And exhale, back to downward dog. And let's do that on the left side. Inhale, left leg sweeps high. Exhale, left foot forward. Inhale, find your crescent. Come onto the balls of the right foot. So you stack the right heel on top of the toes. Left knee is stacked on top of the left ankle. Shoulders down, chest forward. Maybe you can sink a little deeper. Now bring the hands onto the chest. Prayer. Shift the weight forward. So you want to bring the torso forward. Now twist to the left. The right elbow hooks on the left, on the outside of the left leg. Press onto the hands. Revolve the torso completely towards the left wall. Now you want to bring the thumb in front of the sternum. And you gaze up. When you inhale, you find some length in the spine. And when you exhale, you find a deeper twist. Keep smiling. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. And exhale, hands to the floor. Now let's find your standing split. Look forward as you inhale. Exhale, step onto the left foot, lift the right leg high, and bring the knee towards the nose towards the knee, sorry. And if you can keep the hands onto the floor, and if you want to play a little bit with your balance, you can grab the left calf muscle with the left hand, and maybe with the right hand. Maybe you fall, it's alright. Keep lifting the right leg high. Now both hands onto the floor. Inhale halfway. As you exhale, bend the left knee, lightly step the right foot back. Find your runner's lunge. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, find your high plank. Knees onto the floor or not. Inhale and exhale, lower down all the way onto the belly. Forehead onto the floor. Now bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers and squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the arms above the bum, above the back of the back. The back of the body is just the back, right? So you want to activate the arms. Now press the big toe in on the floor, so you lift the knees off the floor, and as you inhale, lift the chest and hover the legs off the floor and find your locust pose. So here I am basically just balancing on my pubic bone. And the belly, obviously. Look forward. Every time you inhale, you can lift a little higher. One more full breath. And as you exhale, lower down. Hands underneath the shoulders, tuck all 10 toes, lift the knees, inhale into a high plank or use the knees into a tabletop. And as you exhale, downward dog. Find your breath. Now inhale, lift the heels, look forward. As you exhale, hop or step forward, bring the feet together. Inhale, halfway, elongate. And exhale, fold forward. Now bend into the knees, squat down, find your chair pose. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the thighs together, look forward or look between the hands. Activate the fingers, activate the core. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, press onto the feet. Inhale, rise all the way to the top. Reach high and exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Alright, now you can take one last vinyasa if you want to, or you can go straight to a downward dog. So bring your hands to the chest. Inhale, lift the arms above the head, upward salute. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Take a vinyasa or meet us in the downward dog. So high plank, low plank, cobra, up dog, and we all meet for downward dog. Now inhale, lift the right leg high. And as you exhale, find your pigeon pose. So right foot behind the left wrist. Right knee behind the right wrist. Slide the left leg back as far back as you can. Point the toes. Now make sure you flex the right foot. Fingertips of the right hand on the side of the right knee and next to the foot. Sorry, I kind of blank here. Inhale, open the chest. And as you exhale, forehead onto the floor. Inhale to lift. And exhale, lower down. One more time. Inhale to lift. And now let's settle in our pigeon pose. Bring the forearms forward. So you can stay here. Make sure you don't collapse onto the right hip. And if it's the case, you can bring a pillow or a block underneath the right hip. You can stay here with the chest lifted. Or you can go a little deeper. Bend the elbows. Bring the forehead onto the top of the hands. And completely release here. Relax the shoulders. Relax the weight onto that right leg. And breathe through the right hip for 2 more breaths. Now on the next inhale, rise up. Tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the left knee and find your downward dog again. Take a moment here to observe how the right hip and the left hip are completely different. Don't try to put words on it, just feel it. Now inhale, lift the left leg high. And as you exhale, pigeon on the left side. Left foot behind the right wrist. Left knee behind the left wrist. Slide the right leg as far back as you can. And first, let's lift the chest. So tuck the toes of the left foot. The hands on each side of the legs. Inhale here to open. And as you exhale, drape the left leg with the torso, forehead onto the floor. Inhale to lift. And exhale, lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, rise. Pause. Now bring the forearms forward onto the floor. And you can stay here. Make sure again you don't collapse on the left hip. If you need to, bring a block or blanket underneath. So stay with the chest half lift or bend the elbows, bring the top of the head, the forehead on top of the hands and relax here. Drop the shoulders. Feel the weight of the torso onto that left leg and breathe through the left hip. Enjoy the stretch. Let's take one more full cycle of breath. Now come back onto the hands. Tuck the toes of the right foot. Lift the knee and find your last downward dog for this practice. Now observe how your legs have evened out. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees onto the floor. Walk the knees towards the wrists. Cross the ankles. Shift the hips back and shoot your legs forward. Good. Now activate the feet. Bring the hands on each side of the legs. Your feet can be about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit less. See what you want to do for your forward fold. Now belly button in and up. Open the chest. Activate the quads. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. As you exhale, lead with the heart. Find your forward fold for 3 breaths. The hands must be somewhere. You can't have the hands in the air. Maybe they are on the knees, on the shins, behind the heels. See what you want to do. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Relax the shoulders. Inhale to find length. Exhale, come a little deeper. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Now find your core, belly button in. Inhale, lift the arms above the head. And exhale, release. Now maybe move a little bit more forward onto the mat. Extend the arms, tuck the chin the same way we did at the beginning of the practice. And roll the spine, vertebra by vertebra, onto the mat. And then find a stretch. Arms back, toes pointing forward, big inhale. And exhale to release. Now let's find a deeper back bend than we did in the beginning. So we'll do a bridge pose with a chest expansion. So bend the knees, bring the heels towards the glutes. Make sure you can touch them with the fingertips. Imagine you have an imaginary block between the thighs. Make sure the head, the neck, and the spine are aligned. And now as you inhale, lift the hips. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders and the knees the back. Find some height here. Keep pressing onto the feet. Breathe here. Deep belly breath. One more big inhale. Exhale, release the shoulders, release the back. Bring the knees onto the chest, give yourself a big hug. Now you can take any finer twist that you love. I'm going to walk you through one. You can open the arms in a T. Oops, unless you have a wall. Inhale in the center. As you exhale, drop the knees to the left and bring the gaze to the right. Now you can cactus bring the knees to the left, I said, and gaze to the right. You can cactus the right arm if you want to, so it's going to help you to release the right shoulder onto the floor. Deep belly breath. Then on your next inhale, using the core, bring the knees back to the center. And now move the knees to the other side and gaze to the opposite side. And again, you can cactus the arm if it helps you to keep the shoulder onto the floor. Big belly breath. One more full cycle. Belly button in. Bring the knees to the chest. Wrap the arms around the shin. Lift the upper back. Lift the shoulders. Lift the lower back. And squeeze yourself in a little ball. Then a big breath in. And you can release for a quick Shavasana. But let's take at least a minute for the body to integrate what has just happened. So open the legs, let the feet drop, open the arms. Take a deep breath in. Big open mouth, exhale to release. And now let go. For about a minute, find some stillness. Let the body fully relax and integrate the yoga practice. For about a minute, be aware of the breath. And surrender. Now I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you want. Or you can wiggle the fingers and the toes, move the head from one side to the other. Stretch the arms behind the head, take one last deep inhale here. And as you exhale, you can slowly bring the knees onto the chest, roll on either side. And come to a seat with your eyes closed and your legs crossed just for one more moment, letting the flow of the breath go back to a vertical position. Place your hands in prayer in front of the heart. Take a moment to thank yourself for making the time to be on your mat. And thank your body for allowing you to do yoga and take you places and experience life in the physical world. Now you can gently bow the head forward, blink the eyes open, and lift the head. Namaste, beautiful yogis. Thank you for joining my practice today. I really hope you enjoyed the class. If it's the case, don't hesitate to share it with anyone who needs some yoga in their life. And in my opinion, it's about everyone. And have a big glass of water, subscribe, find me on social media. I do a lot more than yoga. And I'll see you next time. Bye.